gotta go back here again.
No, well, you can just pass it
Yeah, I was
on.
gonna
So.
say, do this and everything.
No,
You can, it doesn't matter. Maybe we should move that camera.
Okay, so I think we are. Go here.
all right. So call the meeting to order. So
Okay,
moved
so
by
I think we're
Dan and second by Sheena,
go here.
that the meeting be opened at 5:05 p.m. All in favor? And the adoption of the agenda, so moved by Sheena and second by Dan, that the draft agenda dated January 6, 2025 be adopted as prepared. All in favor? Any disclosure of pecuniary interest and general nature thereof? None. The adoption of the previous minutes, so it's moved by Dan and seconded by Sylvie, that the minutes of the Recreation and Fitness Committee December 2nd, 2024 be adopted as circulated. All in favor? Any presentations and delegations? Here. Right at time. All right, staff report, 6B.
So the OAC grant. As we know, there's been some back and forth about what is happening with this grant. So we initially hadn't put out the call for artists because we were told that the $5,000 just have to go to cover the performance on February 7th. We then spoke to Rendezvous and we got it down to $3,000, which then gave us the $2,000 to do the call for artists. But by that time, everyone's just saying, no, there's just not enough time to put a call out and get an artist that's gonna be worthwhile, represent the project. And all of that. So I spoke to the OAC, and she said it's super flexible, that as long as we're sticking to the original spirit of the grant application, then we can change the dates for the art installation in the park. We're thinking May, the long weekends to start, because then we'll start getting all the cottagers. People can enjoy it into the summer.
So we still have an artist.
We do, yeah. But that gives us the time, if we put it out next week, like we'll be able to do that. Yeah, that's about where we're at,
So
so
what happens if we can't find an artist?
we will be able to. If we can't, then I will have to speak to the OAC, and see what that would mean for us, but I'm confident now that we have.
For a budget for artists, it's 2,000?
Yeah.
And we're looking for one artist.
We're looking for, we had gone back and forth. If we were gonna do multiple, what we can get for the 2,000, because as much as it sounds like a significant, it is
Yeah.
not a large amount. So we are gonna have to put the call out there and see what we can get. But I'm confident we can get something really awesome. Like, I was in Stratford for the Lights On recently. And they had just a big heart that was a nice little frame that when you took a picture of it, that showed the park, it's beautiful. Right? Something like that, and art, and the light changes colors and all of that. Yeah,
That's considered an art.
an art installation, yes.
Yes.
Dan's getting all excited.
Oh, I have a mural artist that does like giant walls and stuff, so she's done a ton of work in North Bay. I have her going to the Granite Club. She's about that for like that full-size brick wall. You can kind of give her a bunch of ideas and can paint like whatever on it.
That could be good too. I've seen that before where you have like the wings or something and someone stands in front of it and it,
Yeah.
that kind of idea.
Mhm.
Okay.
So we're just doing our, our front of the building, we're just doing like a giant logo and website and whatever.
Right,
But like she's done crazy airbrushing and whatever.
do we have a brick wall?
Sure, we have a wall somewhere.
Well,
Can be any wall, right? Like.
isn't there like along the laneway there to go back to the park?
Yeah, I think it's like siding from memory and there's like two side doors there too.
Oh, I thought there was a brick wall.
Well, so.
There's like the little change room area that was on. Three little walls, but it's kind of dilapidated. We need some rejuvenation.
Right. Yes, it's on.
All right,
Even the arena walls.
like the boards.
Yeah.
Oops.
So, yeah.
You're gonna look like all the other things.
I think they work hard to make it not look like.
Oh.
That was that one.
What's that?
So, oh, sorry, just on that note, we are going to be going ahead then with the February 7th performance of Rendezvous. I emailed Darlene to change the sign, because that was something we learned from last time about advertising. I'll speak to the Lions Club about this one here, and then the poster and everything should be ready tomorrow. And then we had decided on charging admission $10 with it. I can go back and check.
Yeah, I can't remember that one.
So yeah, that'll be February 7th. It's a Friday from. Oh, I don't have the times in here. So I think it's 7 to 8:30
At the community center.
at the community center, yeah.
7 to 8:30, yeah. What was it that they do again?
So they do a show, so there's Irish dancing, Métis music, there's
Okay.
fiddles, there's
cool. Okay.
harmonicas, so it's a history of Francophone, Métis, and English and Irish heritage, which makes up Bonfield.
Right. And then, so are we doing anything with the canteen?
We were gonna do the canteen ourselves, and I can go back and double check what we decided, but I thought we were sticking to like simple.
I would keep it simple, probably.
Yes, keep it simple.
Yeah, like pop, coffee, and just like light snacks like chips and stuff like that. What do you
Chili.
I heard that there's a giant pot of chili.
We could do something like that if you want. But what do
Everybody
you-
will have eaten something.
Yeah.
Friday night, yeah.
So we're just gonna like snacks
Yeah.
and pop, coffee, tea.
Something that can be stored if it's not sold.
Exactly.
Too,
Yeah.
and just be used for like Canada.
I was just about to say Canada Day, you can reuse that stuff.
Yeah.
Easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you putting out feelers for like are we all participating or like have we
Who
asked
would like
about
to?
this? Because I'm
Like to have
available.
everyone? Okay.
Yeah, because you had. what was it? Oh, wait. I don't remember if you ever said like.
I don't think we had it settled. So Sylvie, you're available?
Yes.
Holly?
Yeah, put it down.
Yep.
Yes, 18 goes the weekend after, yeah, I'm okay.
Okay,
So
so
you're gonna go in this.
then are you two lovely gentlemen?
I'm not that.
No, but I mean, he'll come to this.
I'm around if you
Oh,
want
my-
somebody.
Yeah.
I think he'll enjoy it.
Good history for you.
Yes, because I'm a history buff.
Invite.
Yes.
All right.
So we're on the 7th?
Nope, the community garden.
6 feet?
Yeah.
I don't know, we don't have a 6 8.
But we didn't have a
It's like
motion.
6 something. So the community garden,
Yeah.
which
it's eight
can,
Christmas
and,
and-
It's not one.
Oh, I'm looking
That's the
at the old
minutes.
one.
Yeah, you look at the old minutes.
Oh, goodness.
Right here.
So community garden, which Dan and Mel have done 99.7%.
Amazing job.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I guess they're looking at applying for the TD Friends of the Environment grant to help out with some improvements for us.
Mhm.
That's the gist of that. Dan's created a budget, you just give us this on the
Yep, so we are looking to build raised beds, get new soil to
Yeah,
avoid
definitely soil.
the, yes.
Yes.
The only water resistant soil I think.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then ideally, we would also be able to get some stone and some moss, and then seeds and plants and stuff like that.
Yeah, and put some pollinating plants around the
yeah,
edge of
very
the
cool and all that,
garden.
yeah,
And some deer repellent plants. and
yes.
Yes. Okay.
So,
So
yeah.
then,
Just to clean it up. And
perfect. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, and there's,
And then,
there's other grant opportunities that they, you can use that and run with it for. If there's other grant
to have
opportunities.
this budget, yeah, it's the base, yeah.
Yeah,
I
Look
can
at all
send
the
you
other
some
ones.
links and stuff to some community gardens stuff.
Right. But that is something that we're going to look into. Now we'll apply for this one, but if anyone sees any other grants or anything that we qualify for, send them my way. I can look into it. I need to apply for it on behalf of the municipality. So, and then before we can do that, we have to send it to council to let council say we're okay to go ahead
Mhm.
and apply for it. So that's why we need the information in advance.
So Degani's previously was asking about sign opportunities on township property for promotion. They have one on the side of either the change rooms.
the
or-
change room, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of outdated. So I wonder a lot of the stuff they might be able to provide between rock and
Mhm.
soils and dirt,
And yeah,
sand and whatever else we need in there.
right, because I'd like to remove that sign that's there, the community garden sign,
That's very,
and
Yeah.
update it.
yeah.
to
it's very more
Something
good.
different instead of, pick a weed, pick a plant.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
maybe
that's
this
not
can
it.
be the
Yeah,
Degani's community garden. If this grant falls through, maybe they can donate some in kind and donate some cash to get the rest of the stuff that they can provide. To run out, maybe.
Okay.
no, and that's what our plan B was, to start hitting some contractors up and help out at the community garden, so it's, because it is expensive, to go ahead and
Start
do, to start it and do
Yeah.
it, build it up and do it right.
Yeah.
Ultimately. Like I said, ultimately, I'd like to get the plastic down, get stone down, the raised beds in there, so you're not spending a ton of time weeding, it's just.
Around the garden, I built 14 raised boxes. I fenced it all because of the deer and moose on the top of it, and rabbits. I ordered a ton of soil.
yes,
We did rocks in the bottom, we did the weed thing, we did all the soil and whatever, so I'm granted. New garden,
yeah,
and I don't know, we made about $30 back in veggies last year. So
Yeah. I'm in the same boat, I'll
That's
never,
pretty awesome.
it looks good, but,
yeah.
And for this year, we'll be reaching out then to the seniors to see if they want to get involved with helping to maintain it, the school as well. We're a little bit ahead this year.
Right,
To where
and
we
I
were
mean-
last year.
so with the school thing, if they're not gonna get on it early. Well, I don't want what happened last time,
Okay.
where, cause Mel's got it all planned out, mapped out.
Season, she knows her season.
Right.
That when it thaws out, you have to start planting.
Yeah, the school might be able to do it through curriculum stuff. The library might also be interested in doing like some sort of youth program. Something for them.
And if we know that early enough, then we don't, here, this is the box for you guys.
And it's, how do we want to do the boxes this year? There've been a couple different ideas over,
Over what?
does each person get a box? Are we renting them?
No, we're not gonna rent them, no, not right now, unless there's a big community, interest. So we're gonna have, the goal is to build 6 boxes, and then we're gonna put three hog pails between them to grow our peas and cucumbers and stuff like that over top. So that doesn't take ground space, you grow up.
Okay.
You wanna do my turn next?
Just go with
Need
community.
help?
Community garden.
It's on the road, yes.
So, yeah, I mean, that's what the second budget number is not as high, because we're not gonna go as fancy, but. Ultimately, we can't do, I'd still like to do plastic and put a call for wood chips to cover the ground, so we're not.
The
fighting.
chips I know will be able to.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, the stones are a lot nicer because it just keeps it clean and there's no weeds and.
Mhm.
Okay, so no rent, we're just gonna do the same as last year then, that where we pick. Where.
We're getting it.
And leave it there for the community to come take from the stand. to
Yes,
avoid
and
the-
that's what, when we make a new sign, I'd really like to stress that is,
Okay.
if it's in the garden stand, you're more than welcome to it. Please don't pick out of the gardens, because carrots never turned up because people picked them way too soon. There was just, the green onions never got to where they should have, and they're all gone. I mean, which was good, that community was interested in it, but if it comes to, if it grows full term, it's a lot better.
Yeah,
Because we plan on doing, we're gonna narrow it down, we're gonna plan on doing like a box of onions and a box of carrots, so there's plenty of them.
okay,
Also thought it was awesome that people that didn't even use the community garden were dropping off.
And.
That was
Yeah,
great.
it's-
Yeah,
we
yeah.
had a couple people stop by and say like they grow so much, can they drop it off? And we're like,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
yeah,
thought that was awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it really is.
And that's-
And that's the spirit of that garden stand.
Right.
and it really did do that last year, like I know a ton of work was put into it by you guys and. Having people come along and put their extra produce in there really,
Sure, because it
Build the
didn't, wasn't that
community, like, we can
plentiful of growth there, but I mean, people,
we're rebuilding.
yeah, and people dropping stuff off, it helped, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, agreed.
So, yeah, no, and that's why we want to change kind of the mindset of, like, if it's in the veggie stand, absolutely, help yourself.
Yeah.
But don't pick out the gardens until, it's ready.
we'll make that clear in the signage and any of the posts that we put out, we'll reiterate.
Perfect.
But pick a weed, just don't touch the veggies.
Yeah.
And if you don't know the difference.
Well, and that's what okay, doing the community, it's like, okay, let's wait till everything gets established and grown, then you can actually identify what's
Right.
what
What's
for you. Yeah.
Any other thoughts on the garden? Anyone we should be reaching out to and that like within the community with other groups that would be able to?
I feel like wood chips, you can get them from like Eagle Tree or something, would just
Yeah,
come in,
they'll
like
just donate them.
donate them kind of
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah, they
right?
did
Like,
last year.
Yeah, they did last year.
yeah,
I always forget their name, they're out on South Shore Road. It's another landscaping company, we use them, they were wonderful. Same thing, I'd probably be able to get stuff from them. Farmers, unfortunately, you get them anywhere off the field, you get their weeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too.
Why
And
we-
then we're staying right away from that. We're
Yeah.
gonna, we get the sheep manure out of the bags, it's cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weeds.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
so
yeah.
it'd be nice to stay away from
That's
the plastic
why we
bags,
want to
but-
pursue the grants is so that we
Yeah.
can do that.
Yeah,
So in like the bigger boxes that we wanna build, we would like some, rot, put some wood in there to rot and some topsoil and then make our own soil, top 6 inches, make our own soil to
the
grow in.
permaculture sort of.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
we're not fighting with weeds.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we do at home and there's like so little weeds that we have to
Mhm.
deal with. So you're not spending all the time weeding.
Yeah,
So then the total then would be.
Back.
On for here, for the. In the amount of,
Yeah.
uh,
$443.06, of which the township cost will be. Zero.
0 is, that's how I understand it.
Alright, so move by Sylvie, second by. Holly, I don't know, chicken scratches. That the Recreation Fitness Committee recommends the council that the township of Bonneville apply for the TD Friends of the Environment Foundation grant in the amount of $7,443.06, of which the township cost will be $0 for new planters, soil, and other gardening materials for the community garden.
can we adjust that and add any. The thing is like. The grants for anything that's growing are so quick because the growing season starts so quickly, like. Our next meeting being in February, there's the potential that's another month if we have to do another motion to apply for another grant
Is-
using the exact same.
Yeah, the TD one is January 15th and has to be applied for. But I think it's only up to $8,000, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
I'm just wondering if we could do like a blanket.
Or
Sorry.
a bunch of. motions.
Yeah, like just a motion that covers, like if we come across.
Yeah.
Grants similar to or that.
Grants in general.
Yeah.
kinda.
Just because it isn't. If we do February,
If
then,
we need to do the specific one,
okay,
or if we can,
for council,
yeah, for council.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know either, but like I said, it would be nice, it's a done, who's gonna
That is,
be,
yeah, I get it.
so we can just. There's the number, we're applying for a bunch of grants
yeah,
and
Well,
the
yeah.
cost of the township is still gonna be nothing, so. Maybe you should just change,
The
don't,
Recreation and Fitness Committee recommends to council that the township of Bonfield apply for the TD Friends of the Environment Foundation grant. And other similar grants.
or just don't mention TD specifically and say,
Apply
grant
for grants.
opportunities.
yeah,
For
or is that too broad for? Township,
so let's say one is yours, so.
We will, I'll have to do that.
You can adjust it tomorrow, yeah,
Right,
opportunities. For the summer, or your.
Yeah.
in
But, yeah,
all there.
sure.
Look at Sandra.
Sandra's like, she's stressing, you can just see it in her eyes, are
Well,
just-
because, okay. Have to figure it out, because that amount is just for the,
but really,
All the grants are gonna be the same.
Yeah, I mean,
if this is what we're asking, then this is what we would ask for.
And if we get extra, well, then we're good for it next year.
Okay, items for community or for committee discussions. Number one is meeting schedule. Is Monday best for everybody?
Sure.
I make it what I can.
So.
They're usually pretty quick, so.
mhm.
Yeah.
So I was thinking before it'd be nice to, and this is obviously self-serving, to switch them to Tuesdays. So when we have council, we're not giving up multiple nights.
as long as we're on our council nights.
Right.
And I won't be able to make it, because I
You
work,
can't do
I
Tuesdays.
work Tuesdays.
Okay, yeah, I don't wanna upset our other people here. By any means.
I'm I'm open and I don't
Monday
care,
is best.
I don't care what day it's on, but summertime. I won't,
You like it later?
I won't be able to make 5 o'clock because we work till 5.
Yep.
We go to 10-hour days.
So Cassandra's got it January 5th through to May 5th at 5. And June, July, August, September, October, November. No, sorry,
No.
so September at 7. And Mark at 5. Everybody good with that?
And I mean, you can keep it at 5, you don't need me if everybody shows up.
But it's best if we're all here.
Do we know? Rack it, like if. Workouts are gonna be,
Well, we won't have anything on Mondays.
not for right now.
Not for
but-
now, though.
But potentially in the summer.
Yeah, we don't know.
Actually, we don't have her for, so we'd have her back in July anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, keep it at 5, I mean.
So why is it 7 on Mondays in the summer?
Just he works late.
Works late.
We're accommodating Dan.
No, you don't have to.
We just have to agree on the schedule that works for everyone, and it's traditional been Mondays. It was 7 and then it was moved to 5, just to,
Mhm.
Mhm.
And 5 is nice for you because you work till 5.
Right.
yeah.
So then you leave the office and you walk over here. And
I would leave it at 2.
doing
Just leave it at 5, and if I can make some, I will, but I mean, it's not like I'm not doing anything, we'll be dumping so much time in the community garden, so.
Put it to 5 year round.
Yeah.
Monday is a
5.
5 year round.
I'll make what I can, if not, like I said, You know where I'll be at the rec, I'll be at. the
We could go
rec.
have the meeting over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We could go have the meeting over there.
Yeah. Oh, that would be it.
cause I'm a 45-minute drive back to. Clark. It's six, so.
Back for this and put it back.
See, 5 seems to work for everybody, do it 5.
I feel bad.
No, you should.
Thanks, you.
Support, support.
Um,
It's incredible.
Family Day 2025.
Yes, so I just put together this little sheet, so we're all on the same page. It's gonna be Monday, the 17th. 1 to 4. So lessons from last year, but it's weather dependent. We should probably have a hard date to cancel or have an alternative.
It's family day. It
Yeah,
should be
it's
a hard
safety to
day.
not.
Yeah.
Sorry,
It should be a hard day. It's
Family
family day.
day. So you can't really cancel.
but to cancel the event, because last year we were talking about canceling
Oh,
the event, that's what I mean.
how late?
Yeah,
Like,
like,
can,
we don't,
why would it cancel?
last year there was no snow.
ice,
Too warm.
no snow.
There was, we,
We just have to have a pivot.
so that's, if we want to have a, like a pivot, an alternative plan, what is that plan going to be? Because it's next month.
My
And
lord.
what is going on? I thought, did you not say that the Lions was doing the hot chocolate?
Yep, so the Lions, I
what's-
contacted them, they're gonna do the same that they did last year with the treats and the hot chocolate and all that.
So what's left for us?
I reached out to the fire department, to see if they want to manage the fire. I haven't heard back from them, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to do like a community
Community
engagement
education, yeah.
about fire,
Yeah.
that'd be, but I haven't heard back from them yet. That would be
Start
it,
And put it in.
Sorry?
You would have to start it and put it in.
safely.
Okay.
So that would be something we have to take care of. Managing the ice, making sure that people are safely skating, stuff like that. That's why we just need people to kind of like keep an eye on the day.
Mm-hmm.
The hill, make sure everyone's safe.
I think it's like at your own risk. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah,
That's-
and that's the
I mean,
way we did.
any
first
of-
year.
But
I
if
get
some
that.
kids show up with no parents, there could be some issues, so if there's some adults around, it
Yeah.
usually prevents it.
But there's also a sign at the top of the hill that does say that
Do it
at
your
your own
own
risk. So.
Yeah, it's more just about being there to support. Like,
Mhm.
we don't really have anything to do for this one. This one's super easy.
This, yeah, this one's,
Yeah.
Be present.
does
Is there
anyone,
extra, sorry, is there extra like slides and stuff? Like, do we have some of those?
I
for
asked the
kids?
guys to grab them.
Okay,
I don't think they've put them out yet. We could look at asking for more, because we had donations that was done through the Friends of the Library
Yeah.
last year.
40 of them.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, Steve
Yeah.
had like a whole
Well,
paper
and-
ton.
Some of them didn't make it.
And some of them shipped.
Like some of them.
Stolen.
Yeah,
Really?
Some of them got broken.
yeah.
As they do,
But yeah, we had so many last year.
yeah,
Yeah, last year there was a good time.
Maybe take a count, see what you got.
yeah.
Took a year off and make it next year again.
Mm-hmm.
It's good if they took their favorite one, we would still have it.
Yeah.
And if a few got broken out of the 40, we still got a lot of slides.
So if, do we want to look for donations for,
What?
we had discussed doing a snow painting sculpture contest thing
Oh, my lord. Okay.
along the path there. Is that something we're,
I actually was supposed to run one last year through the library. Because of the snow,
Always in.
so.
Mark-
So what I'm saying is I could
Mark
run
always
that, I
got
could run
it.
that through the library,
Yeah.
like we could do that.
that,
So, yeah, because the Friends of the Library donated last year, but then we ended up not doing it because. the Weather was horrible, so we ended up not doing it, so we still have the supplies from last year, so.
Or always in.
okay.
Let's see how the weather turns
So will
out.
you be attending then? The
Yeah.
day of, okay,
Yeah.
and then,
I can be there. My kid's not gone that weekend. We're good.
I'm working. Look at it.
I know, that's why kids with me.
what dates do we want to run the, or
That'll be,
that would be the library then?
Oh, we should just do it as a fun thing instead of a contest.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
The kids had a
Yeah.
blast when I did the chalk thing. They had a blast just being able to literally vandalize with permission.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
like it was, and I feel like that's the same with the snow painting, they just let them come in and do whatever.
Then you're not crushing the soul of some kid.
Yeah,
okay,
and then causing issues with parents, which are so.
Kids and parents both have to learn. Not everybody is the most artistic and
Not everybody's aware.
Exactly.
Yeah, not everyone's own. It's artistic. Still have fun. Be in the snow.
This all sounds awesome, doesn't it?
It did.
I did.
So what about that hard date though to cancel? Like if, would you cancel even if there's no snow, or do you just treat it like a time for the community to come together and have some hot chocolate and stand around the fire and play in some mud? I mean, if there's no snow, it's gonna be muddy. I say give them garbage bags and let them go
Did
sledding.
Nipissing cancel their event last year?
Yeah, well, I think they turned it into some kind of soccer or something, we did something.
Okay.
Because we lost the ice.
Yeah,
But soccer.
okay.
I'm
I'm sure
thinking,
there's something that could
Oh, I'm
happen,
thinking
it
there's
just,
so much fun.
Cassandra versus the kids and my soccer.
Okay, so we want to
Well,
then
maybe
pivot to
it would
something else?
Well, you should have a hard cancel date just in case.
I think the only thing would I'd be concerned with is if it
Freezing
was
rain.
like freezing, like, yeah, if it was ice and it's an actual hazard.
But then you're not gonna know that until the day
Well,
of.
yeah.
yeah, so.
I mean, if there's no snow, it's muddy, I mean, we should have a
Yeah, I like it either being
week before.
skating and sledding. Or if it's snow and not cold enough, just cancel.
Okay.
These are my thoughts. but-
Yeah, we'll get the number of people, to be honest.
Mhm.
If there's nothing happening around,
Right.
like, nobody's
So
gonna
you
show
might-
up.
Yeah,
So what's the point of having everybody trying to put effort when you know
Yeah.
we might get the people that come to everything, so you get what, those 15 kids?
Okay,
So
so we would
what's reasonable?
go
Yeah,
hard date to cancel versus planning an
I would just say
alternative.
whether
yeah, I think you
permitting,
would know,
Whether
like,
depending,
I would just say
Week
whether
or two.
permitting, yeah,
okay,
ahead of
before we
time.
start planning an alternative
Yeah.
event here. We can go hard date
yeah.
to cancel instead of trying to,
Right.
okay, perfect.
Mhm.
And then Holly and Shane will be there,
Do we have to date, agree on our date, or
that
Just-
we can,
just plan?
yeah, we can play it closer to.
We'll know, we'll have a pretty good idea come our next meeting.
Yeah.
Whether,
Yeah, I just wanted to know whether we needed to have a backup.
Yeah, like I said, if you're gonna, yeah, the weather's that bad, no one's gonna want to play and run around the mud and.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cold,
Yeah.
Be cold enough to be, you don't wanna be wet.
I mean, think about the winterlude, like how many times they've had to like cancel things because of the weather, right? They just go with it and they're just like, hey, no, can't do this, can't, yeah.
Unfortunately, the weather's changing.
Mhm.
It's fantastic, great winters.
No, terrible.
I rely on solar.
I know.
Okay? It's warm crap, thoughts.
2025 events.
That was just on there in case anyone had any feedback about any of the upcoming events. So the trade show we have for April 5th. The Easter egg hunt for the 19th. Canada Day is on Canada Day. The summer camp, the dates I sent you are good?
Yeah.
Okay, Labor Day, we just had for the August 30th. Parade, October 25th, and then the Christmas and Bonfield chili cook-off would be November 29th.
Did we reach out to the Lions Club to see if they're doing a cleanup day in the spring?
I haven't heard back from them. No. But yeah, I can reach out to them again.
Yeah, I mean, keep bugging them. It'd be nice to get more people involved in that.
And for Canada Day, we had thought about doing shorter and more towards the middle of the day, like we did last year. And then somebody on council just brought it up a couple weeks ago that they liked the full day with fireworks at night. So I don't know if we want to look at discussing that again.
No, I think it's. too
well, is
much.
that person gonna be there?
Right.
now?
Probably not.
Then they don't get a say.
Well, I personally like.
Sorry, council member.
So because I think like we're kind of a bit of a younger community with younger kids, or you get the older kids that just come on their own.
Mhm.
And once they are here for an hour or two, they've seen them kind of done everything anyhow.
Yeah.
And then they're either just hanging out just for the sake of hanging out, but there's nothing really else going on.
Mhm.
I kind of like the shorter in the middle of the
So do
day.
I.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And then people always leave for dinner anyhow, so when we're trying to extend it. If there was not a whole lot of people here anyhow, because people are leaving for dinner.
Mhm.
And it seems like every community has fireworks on Canada Day.
Yeah.
And I really liked the 1 year that we were able to run the fireworks on the Labor Day. Because it gave us an extra event that most
Nobody
communities
else.
aren't having.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we stick to that, I honestly think that other communities are gonna start coming to our Labor Day event. Because it's free fireworks and nobody
Mhm.
else has it.
Right.
So I think that could be something that Montville, like the Halloween parade, is almost starting to get known for
mhm,
as far as events. Canada Day, we kind of get lost in shuffle. Every township and municipality and city runs a Canada Day, but the Labor Day, I think, could be pretty easy to run. Games for the kids, crafts for the kids, a band. It was nice last year having
band,
some of the groups on display there too,
Yeah, absolutely.
and fireworks, super easy.
So we want to stick with Canada Day, 10:30 till 4.
Yeah, we can narrow that down. Even shorten that up, I mean,
10:30 seems early.
It does
for a
seem
candidate.
early.
Well, it goes like
For me, I
from
feel like
11 to, because we just have to organize like the bike parade and stuff like that. That's why we had 10:30, but it like started at 11, but whatever.
I feel like an afternoon, cause like kids have naps and all that stuff and parents are rushing in the morning, like I feel like. More, like I don't know, for me, as a parent, I would never be going to an event that starts at like 10:30 that would run, like I feel like it should just be an afternoon thing.
well, no, we can, well, I don't know, like, you have.
Because we have the barbecue.
The barbecue,
The mayor's part.
So they get their.
And the
their
cake
lunch and their cake and whatever.
Can you not do that like 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock kind of thing? Like have your barbecue kind of thing,
It's too late for little kids.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
is it?
if anything,
because there's,
people were dwindling at the end of the day, they were sticking around for the duck race.
it's a huge.
So 11 to
turnout.
3.
The barbecue is a huge turn,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And that
It's
cake.
really popular and it's nice for everyone to.
yeah.
The farmers.
So maybe 11 to 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say. 11.
Yeah, I mean, so it's end up gonna, like, yes, Cassandra's gonna probably go say 10:30 for the bike rodeo to get things lined up and stuff, but yes, 11 to 3 is basically.
Our event is 11 to 3.
Yeah.
And the Lions are allowed to do their duck race on our property at 3:30.
Or whenever they want to.
Well, they wanted,
The duck race will be last
yes,
Mhm.
At 3:30.
at 3:30.
So that when our event closes at 3,
So then we stick,
people still have time to meander over and be early.
So are
for the
these,
race.
these hours, the times, are they from like get us organized, or are these the actual times of the event? Like we advertise that Canada Day.
we
is 10:30
advertise
to 4.
11 to, I'd say we stick to 4. Because that lets people know that the duck race is happening towards the end. And just to prepare to be here until about 4.
I would do it earlier, but I mean,
Do we want,
let the duck race go at 3:30.
okay,
Our event ends at 3, the duck race can go at 3:30,
If
and they
people wanna
have
stick
time to
around.
prepare, getting their ducks ready and
Get
catching their
ducks in a
ducks.
row.
Yes, get their ducks in a row.
okay, so. 11 to 3, have the duck race at 3:30.
Right,
Have the music end at 3,
right.
start at. 11, or
11.
12, because we'll
What's
have
that?
the music.
3, yeah, 12 to 3.
Do we want to look into 2 different artists like we did last year, or do we want to? Have just one, because it's a short enough set that it could just be one artist.
Yeah.
I think one. Say so.
Yeah,
When,
then it's worthwhile for them to come.
what about for the trade show? When do you start with the registration for that? Like, that's gonna be soon, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's April 5th, we've got it set up in here. Registration should go out as soon as possible. So one artist then for Canada Day is what we're. Any thoughts on, do we try and find someone that we haven't had before, do we?
I think the most eclectic person, like, that can play
Bring
to
energy,
such a
yeah.
variety and stuff would be
Yes.
ideal.
Like a few genres.
Yeah,
So look for someone
little country, little rock.
Taylor Swift, yeah.
God, no. God, no.
Okay,
Is there a certain budget for that, for the artist?
well, for the whole day, we have 5,000 for everything.
We're doing like
And we
farmer's
will
market too,
review
right?
Yeah, we'll invite the farmer's market. Pretty well everything from last year that, but we want to keep it all over there,
Yes.
I think was the
Yeah.
plan for this
Yeah,
year.
around the music, so. Cause last year the music, there was.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people around that just weren't here really at the.
Everybody
music.
kind of either stuck over here and had no idea that.
So I think
anything
everything
went
needs to
over there.
be over there by the music.
Yeah, condense it all over there. With barbecue and everything.
You'll have to address power for some of the farmers markets, because we ended up hooked up
Yes.
to the library.
Yeah, we'll let them know that we,
There's
Yeah,
no
for some
power.
reason.
They can bring a generator.
Yeah,
Well, you don't want a big screaming loud generator either.
no,
I mean, it's unfortunate there's no power at the far end of the arena.
There's no power in the panel that's like outside the rink where the lights and all that
the
is.
power is limited and with the
the musicians.
with the musicians, they're the
Right.
priority,
Right.
so.
Yeah.
If it can work, we can make it work, but the priority is
So
musicians.
what
Right.
what does the farmer's market need for power?
It was,
It was just
it was
one
the
or two of them,
one-
and
two of them, yeah.
for the
Joanne
snow cones, she
And the
wanted,
cotton candy, and then the lady who's doing the pulled pork smoker, so she needed to run her smoker. Barbecue.
I mean, if
um,
they had a Honda inverter or something like that's real quiet.
on Labor Day. The, Deborah Helm did the canteen. We wanna look at her doing the canteen, so she'd be able to use that
Power.
and wouldn't need.
Yes. I mean,
Okay,
Perfect. And if the other one need power, they can steal some power out of their cotton candy.
Yeah, they might vote, but.
okay, so the Bonfield Farmers Market, will look at getting them to do the canteen then?
Yeah. Yes, then that helps them out. We have something going at the canteen.
For music, Danny from. Not Dan Seagram, but Danny, the woman, she goes out on her own with a few members. And does music. She's really good and plays all
Okay,
kinds.
we can put a call out. As well, for that one.
Cause Kate had her at the barn before the other band at the country event and she's really good. And she could even sing probably a couple French ones.
That's so fun.
Yeah,
That's
she's really
from
good.
coveralls,
From where?
coveralls.
No,
Uh,
is that what she's called?
So we can put a call out for that then as well, so that we're just making it fair for everyone. Yeah. That we'll put it out and list what we're looking for.
Mhm.
If I can submit, and then we'll have time for that one to bring it back to another one
Yeah.
of our meetings. We can go ahead and review
Sample.
them
Sample.
and then make a decision. So if you know anyone,
no.
forward it to them.
Yeah.
But then that way we're putting it out there, letting
Can't even
everyone
think of the name of the
apply,
band right now.
then we can make it fair.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yep.
Okay. Any other,
We should look at bouncy castles and blowups and stuff for Canada Day. Awesome.
No,
The kids need something different,
It was a huge.
just static now.
So Kate did a family event last year. And they had the huge ones and there was like even a blow up one, it was a climbing wall.
Mhm.
It was a
Slide.
huge thing.
yeah.
And
so
what
more
they,
interactive,
well, and you could, it would be easy, you could charge like $10 even. And they can just stay there all afternoon, that's what they did, they. Like because they had other stuff, but they, like the community, the feedback was just amazing. Like they talked about it
just
for a
make
long
sure
time.
you have people that are willing to stay at those castles.
And watch,
Mhm.
exactly.
like the,
The
whole time.
Or have two separate people, split it up. 'cause-
Yeah.
Most of them come with
And
the people, like, we rent them for Ripet. But like, whatever company is putting them in.
oh. well,
Yeah,
that-
they usually said a few
Well, we
people.
didn't hear last time and it wasn't fun.
Yeah, I know.
I can find out the name of the
Okay.
place they used, and they even had like the,
There's Northern
If you are gonna
Cross.
do it, you're gonna have to
Northern
book
Cross.
early,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
To this Canada Day.
yeah.
but it, like, I
If
honestly.
there is that
the kids
option.
Loved it.
What Steve just said about them watching it, that's the best way to go.
Fantastic.
Yeah, cause we didn't stand around, like, they were doing their own thing, and there was people there, and they had like even the axe throwing,
Mhm.
not real, like.
Oh, I have one.
The
I have
Velcro
it.
kind of
I
thing.
have it.
Spend our
Yeah.
money on kid stuff, not, Carl's not actually.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll look at finding an alternative.
Like a giant soccer ball, even having a soccer game, like in the field.
Oh,
What about those balls where they go inside of them and they roll and they bounce?
Yeah.
West-
Sorry, we're going a little crazy now.
Soccer.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking, yeah.
But there's actually companies though, again, you can hire those
Pro
out of.
sportsman.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we might as well get the, the running pool. Okay.
I would probably be. I would be the first one.
I have a contact for that. It's fun. It's scary though.
Totally do that.
Oh, I love
Oh,
that.
really?
Kids, I got on. I was like,
Oh, man, I would totally.
Gary got on last summer. Yeah, he did really good too.
Yeah, I think like, in Canada Day fun, we just gotta have cycle stuff, you can't have the same
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
band.
Yeah.
Can't have the same stuff,
Yeah.
it's gotta be different.
Okay.
Other than the cake, stick with the cake.
Cake and the hot dogs are
Cake
ahead.
And the hot dog,
But the cake needs
barbecues,
to come from the same
barbecues
place.
first.
I think it's more the servers that are the hit, but.
I think so too, and the cooks, like,
Yeah.
it's really
Yeah.
nice.
I like the variety of colors.
Like, is there like a Girl Guide and like a Boy Scout group out of Bonfield too, or there's nothing like
Not
that?
anymore.
Okay, so I was gonna say, it'd be nice to get them involved too.
they wouldn't be involved in Canada Day because they're during the winter and spring. Yeah, they don't winter and summer.
But we can look at students, volunteers.
Yes.
For all of this,
Yeah.
I love the student volunteers, manage just the like parking. And just directing of general people for that day.
Yeah,
Okay, so bouncy castle, look into different alternative.
Yeah, I mean, the
Exactly.
bouncy castles are a good thing, just make sure someone's watching. it.
There to manage
Portable
it.
rock climbing walls are fun,
Yeah,
I've seen them somewhere, the guy shows up with like a truck and. The tower lifts up on the back of the truck.
Yeah.
I think the variety of ages, a lot of times people think automatically the young ones and they're not thinking about the teenagers or the
right, and
teens.
like they said, if you
So-
get those big balls, you can play in the soccer
Soccer,
field.
oh, yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
That would be fun for the
I
older
would
kids,
totally challenge,
oh,
like I
it'd be
said.
fun.
it's fun for the older kids.
yeah,
Yeah.
until somebody pukes in them.
The only problem I find with stuff like that is tough because it's like people come and go, right? So
Yeah.
like for that, you need to be like, we are running this from 12 to 12:30, be here at 11:45 to play it. Cause you know, you get 4 or 5 teenagers that show up together and then they're gone, and then you get 2 that show up and then they're gone, and then you
Yeah.
get 1 that shows up and they're gone.
Mhm.
But if they really like it, then they. can
The day
stick
was
around.
short enough, they might hang around.
Yeah,
You don't
just
know
gotta
until you
get
try.
everybody all at the same time for that
Yeah.
kind of stuff to be viable. Whereas bouncy castle, people can just come and go.
Right here, right, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and like I said,
It's a
like,
bubble
we could
soccer.
even charge it small, and then if the kids just stay there, like. You know,
But it's not a babysitter.
that's.
no, but I mean,
Yeah.
like, but they can play all afternoon, you know, and just enjoy it, and the parents are still there, but they can hear the music and,
Yeah.
you know.
Going to a bouncy castle for your birthday too is going, I feel like I paid like $800 for the whole day.
And
Just one.
no balloon animal person.
Okay. We wanna look for an alternative balloon animal person
There's other companies.
as people with children. Is that something?
My kid's older, he wouldn't care.
I have a latex allergy, she's not allowed to have them.
Okay.
Cause when you hire somebody that does balloon. You tell them it's gonna be for like 80 kids, and you only have 40 kids. But then you get an email later saying that. We lied to them about how many people were gonna be here and that they were really overwhelmed with all 40 kids.
Mhm.
And then all I seen was swords, didn't see too many balloon animals, I seen a lot of balloon swords.
Okay, so we can price out an alternative.
So,
Yes.
like, I could do balloon swords. That's pretty
I would
easy.
love to see you.
You just throw it up and tie the knot, like, it can't be too
Are you
hard.
volunteering?
So I just.
I
look
would
at
love
very-
to. I really, by the next meeting. you
All I'm
need to
saying is
know.
Jordan Allison was not very good balloon artist,
Okay,
okay?
Face paint. We had done it last year and we
Yeah.
had some volunteers.
Yeah, I can ask you
Ask
that,
if she's
but
the one, the younger volunteer. We'll ask her.
There's another lady too that does it in Montville.
Yeah, I've just heard that this younger volunteer would really enjoy to do it.
Yes.
It's some
Probably
skills and
more
YouTube
than one.
videos to watch, and then we can get more high school volunteers
Yeah.
involved in that.
Yeah, high school kids would be perfect to do that.
mhm.
Thank you. Any other thoughts on Canada Day? We're gonna do the,
No fireworks,
Dramatic.
right?
no,
We're doing them on Labor
They
Day.
were doing that.
well, that was the question. Okay,
So
so
we
I,
should maybe get a letter from Recreation
okay,
to the fire department. Informing them that we're gonna do fireworks on Labor Day.
Yeah, I guess you don't need a resolution, but yeah, you should send out a formal letter to the fire department.
So that they have notice.
Yeah.
And then you can tell them that we're also gonna do it Labor Day 2026.
So they have
And then you can tell them that we'll probably do it Labor Day 2027 as well.
Okay.
And you go, that's-
but we are going to stick to
Labor
not
Day.
Canada Day.
Yeah, Labor Day.
Yeah, it's on Labor
I think
Day,
that-
and
I think that's best.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay,
And you always get like close to Canada Day, like, oh, they're not right now fireworks, like, oh, we don't celebrate Canada Day. I'm celebrating.
Well,
Canada.
they were asking if there was someone New Year's.
Right. I mean, we're celebrating Canada Day,
It's
we
got-
have cake, hot dogs,
Yeah.
stuff for the kids.
Yeah.
I think,
And again, there's
Labor
so
Day
many
is-
other communities that are doing it.
yeah, Labor Day is perfect, fireworks get dark early, no chance of fire bans.
yeah. Bike parades still go.
And it's separate.
The kids seem to have fun at the bike
They
parade.
did a great
Yeah.
job with it last year, and
And
we
I
were
think
able to get donations for the prizes.
And I think
Last
that's
year, which
better,
was
yeah.
nice.
I think it would be awesome though to add an adult component to it, because I really think, because some of those dads that were helping their kids were like, I'd love to see what they could do with their own bikes.
Is that something you seriously?
I
want to
honestly-
pursue?
What if we did the
Kids have
cardboard
fun.
boxes for the water thing? And see how they float.
Oh, the cardboard
Yeah.
boats, yeah, those are fun, but yeah. I
That
just,
would be a
I
project.
We just have to have someone that day to manage
I
that.
feel like adding an
And
adult
like
component to the
organize it,
bike
but
parade
like
is just,
ahead.
let that silliness
Like
in.
cardboard boats, you're talking like just small things that people build,
Duct tape and cardboard, that's all you're allowed.
and it goes down the river.
No, you're not, no, not down the river.
It's like a race?
We could do a
So what I'm
race.
saying is,
They have to go around the dock. They have to go around the dock.
say
Just
the
go around it up.
boat races now, because we
Oh,
wanna
God,
mix
my building.
Canada Day
Down
up.
the river.
We wanna mix Canada Day up and do different stuff, so instead of dock race, we can do boat
We
races.
can do whatever you folks choose.
And the money becomes the recreation.
Yeah. And then, I guess they'll have to wear a life jacket.
Yes,
Floating
okay,
around
life
there.
jacket, you have to have a life
There's a
jacket.
couple of different ways that they do it. Some of them are like an actual race,
Yeah,
where other ones are like they have different start times and it's how long they
It
float.
floats.
right,
So you can have, if you have 20 people
can
show up,
time
you
it.
can do 3 at a time,
yeah.
and then you time it and whoever, sinks fastest. Kind of
I
thing,
mean,
so.
I think the duct tape and cardboard would be the.
Look at me just coming up with ideas today.
Oh,
Who's volunteering to run this day out?
Sylvie.
Sylvie's a leader.
Never even made them.
You got lots of time,
You made the idea, that's all that matters.
lots of time on that smart.
Don't put my name yet.
You'll have to have 5 timers on you.
Yeah. And just, so yeah, then we need to, if we are going to do this, it
Oh.
needs to be thought of like, what are the rules? How are we doing
There's a
this
lot of
during the day? When are we gonna start advertising it? Who's like,
Hey,
the
there you go.
number.
No, that'll work out.
I'll help you with that, that's fine. I think it'd be freaking hilarious, to be honest.
I mean, that would be pretty simple, you're just gonna need 3, if you do 3 or 4 people with their phones with the stopwatches. Longest person out there that floats wins.
Okay.
You can't use a kayak or nothing, it has
No,
to
it has
be
to be
hard, it has to be
cardboard
hard
duct
tape, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
So
you
do
have
we
to
supply
actually-
them? Yeah, they bring
the
it.
people do.
Yeah, you have
Oh.
to, it has to float with a human being in it.
Oh, so, yeah, specify human being.
I thought it was going like,
Adult
like when
human
kids do
being.
like toy boats, I thought that.
No, you have to be able to float your boat.
No, no one's gonna do this. You're gonna put in all this, and one person is gonna draw.
It'd be tough to get into it, actually.
I think some of them, they allow like garbage bags to allow that sort of protection. You know, love it.
I guess it'll have to be smaller kids because you're gonna need a parent to lift them into it, otherwise you're not gonna get.
So you're gonna send your kid into the lake on a
Like
cardboard
jacket,
boat?
like jacket, they're only gonna be right
Have a
there.
look, honestly,
All right.
they're interesting.
No motions,
Not for that, no.
no correspondence.
No.
Adjournment,
Yes, because Holly has library.
moved by Holly, second by Sheena, that the meeting be adjourned at.
Oh, 6.
Wow, even when, yeah.
Wow.
All in favor?
Start.
That was